Hey, Tony Gasser here, making use of this here good time because I got to the shop 30 minutes early, and so I say, you know what, let me go ahead and do me a little filming, and just want to talk to you. First, if you have not heard me say this, November 29th, mark your calendars. Got 7 new courses coming out on TonyGassensAcademy.com. Mark your calendars. Some of y'all been going to the site and writing in. You can't buy the courses yet. November 29th. We're going to shake up the world in the knowledge society, and the software company that run the site, they're going to be shocked because they're going to see all these folks growing and learning, because they just, you know, they're not used to that on Black Friday. They're used to everybody just getting makeup and weave and clothes and shoes, but we going to the next level. And one of the things that I want you to continue to be mindful of is your 3 B's. And here's the thing, what I need you to understand about human nature. One of the things about human nature is we tackle the areas that are easy for us, and we run from and ignore the areas that are hard for us. That's what you have to think about. What is the hardest area for you when it comes to the brains, the brain, and the body? What's the hardest area for you? Where do you struggle the most? And you gotta think about that, because if you struggle in your body, if you struggle with your knowledge, the brain, if you struggle with your brain, that's the area in 2025 that you need to attack. Don't focus on attacking your strengths. And that's one thing that I find all the time as I'm dealing with folks and I'm coaching with folks. People, you know, always be, oh, I'm good here. Like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. I'm like, yeah, that's where you're strong at. That's where it comes easy. What about what's hard? What about what comes hard? That's where you need to focus. And when you focus there, that's where you're going to see the most growth. And so I want you to think about this, and I want you to start to get ready, because we in the last part of 2024. We're getting ready to go into 2025. So you don't want to wait until January 1st to get ready. You actually need to start getting ready now. And what I mean by that is start creating a doable plan, because the mistake that we make is we make a plan that is just so strenuous and so strict. It's so crazy that we struggle because it's like it's too much at once. So when you make the plan, just do one thing until that one thing becomes doable and manageable. And then when you do that one thing, then you could add a second thing. Then you could add a third thing. And let me give you an example. If I'm trying to work on my body, that's the B that I want to work on the most, because I have the brains and I have the brain, but I want my stomach to be a little flatter. Just a little flatter now. Nothing too crazy. So what I first do is just one thing. Okay, Tony. Coffee and water. No sugary juice, no soda. Just that one thing. Now master that. Add the second thing. Okay, Tony. Only eat between the hours of noon and 8 p.m. Do that. Boom. Get that a whole week, 2 weeks. Now the habit is formed. Okay, Tony. Sleep 8 hours a night. Train your body to sleep 8 hours a night. So for me, that might be midnight to 8 a.m. could be 11 to 7 a.m. If I wake up 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., I'm going back to sleep. Going back to sleep, training my body to get that 8 hours. And that's the third thing. Fourth thing, I may say, okay, limit carbohydrates, carbs. So I may, if I'm eating between 12 and 8, if that's one meal, if that's 2 meals, if that's 3 meals, gotta learn your body. Might do no rice or no bread. And may just do that 1 week or 2 weeks out the month, so that I'm just not putting on a lot of carbs, putting on that weight. So see, when you master one thing at a time, it allows you then to stack your habits. And when you stack good habits, then you able, and we might make that the thing. No, I might call it 3B. No, we might call it stacking habits. When you stack those good habits, then that's where you start to see change. And see, all you doing is just making one little change here and there. But with those changes, that's an investment into yourself. And when you invest into yourself, what happens? You get compound interest, because those daily deposits turn into compound interest. Now you got compound interest, and you start to see, because when you first make the change, you may say, okay, nothing happening. I ate all salad yesterday and I'm still big. It might be 2 weeks. I'll be eating all this salad and I'm still big. But guess what? Month 3, month 6, month 9, month 12, you've been disciplining yourself, you're gonna start to see the difference. And you live with yourself every day, so the gradual, you might lose 0.3 of a pound every day. So just losing 0.3 of a pound, it's gonna take you 3-4 days to lose 1 pound. But then if it take you 3 days to lose a pound, after 30 days, now you done lost 10 pounds. After 12 months, you done lost 120 pounds. If you had that much to lose. And guess what? You might not really recognize it. 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, depending on how much you're trying to lose. But when somebody see you, oh, wow. So I bumped into one of my friends the other day. Well, I met up with one of my friends the other day. And I was like, hey, man, you know, you looking good, man. You looking good. You looking fresh face. You looking leaner. He say, what he said? I think he say I'm 15 or 14 days sober. So just by cutting out that alcohol, because see, as soon as you drink alcohol, it stops your fat burning. Some of us got to grow up. So y'all forgive me, I was looking at something. Soon as you cut that alcohol, it stops your fat burning. I mean, soon as you drink that alcohol, any fat you was burning, done. But when you cut that alcohol out, now you able to lose you some weight. Now, once you done lost the weight you want to lose, you might could slowly drink you a little bit of alcohol as an adult if you're not overdoing it. But I noticed that a lot of times we'll be trying to lose weight and we thinking we having some fat-free alcohol, whatever that is, vodka, tequila, I don't know which one is fat-free or sugar-free, and it's stopping that fat loss. So you have to think about that. When you think about your brains, you watching a video every day where you getting knowledge, you getting perspective, that's working on the brain. That right there, you read a chapter from your Bible every day, that's working on the brains. So you get knowledge in life, in love, in business. Every day you should be consuming something that's making you smarter, that's giving you more wisdom, knowledge, understanding, clarity. It's blessing you. And then with the brand, you got to put one foot in front of the other. So what that means is, I'm doing a course on how to start a small business. Now on that course, what I may do is record me going to the state website and starting a LLC and taking you through the steps of starting a small business and showing you how to do it step by step, just making it plain, making it simple. But you start your LLC. That's just the first step right there. Boom. Then now they got this thing, the BIOS or the BOSI or some type of little thing. It's a little link. I'll put that link in the course. If I forget it, remind me. And that's where you just fill out, you go to that link and fill out the information about your company and just stating, they just basically trying to make sure you are American and you own your company, or if you got, you know, foreigners in your company, that they know about it. I'm thinking they trying to crack down on maybe foreign companies being in America making money or doing whatever, or people like funneling money or laundering money or whatever by having companies here. Lord bless them. Bless them, Lord. Bless them, bless them. Oh, Lord, bless them, bless them, bless them, bless them, bless them, bless them. Oh, Lord, bless them. Lord, come on now. Lord, do what you got to do. Lord, bless them. Oh, Lord. Y'all forgive me. I was looking at something. I'm sitting out here waiting. I got my haircut in 19 minutes. And I seen something that throwed me off. Throwed me all the way. Oh, we live in a cruel world. We live in a cruel world. They done did that man wrong. All because of how he looked. All because of how he looked. It has led him to be homeless. All because of how he looked. That's the world that we live in. That's why I try to tell people. When people like, Tony, how can you look at somebody and tell their life story? I could look at how they look. And then I could look at the beauty constructs of the world. And then I know how you've been treated based on where you fall within those constructs. And those constructs are shown to us on television commercials. And on, so do you know the commercial, Geico commercial? And you go to Google Geico caveman commercial. Because they used to have this thing called So Easy a Caveman Can Do It. I think is what it was called. And look at the caveman. I just seen a man that looked like that. And he appears to be homeless because his shirt was like real raggedy, looked like holes in it, pants raggedy. And you know, it's 11 o'clock in the morning. He walking. I don't know if he had shoes on, so he not at nobody's job. It's a Thursday. You supposed to be working. He walking. But the same haircut the caveman have, the same kind of beard the caveman have. But this was a black man. And so it's like, when you imagine, now, yeah, they making up this man on the Geico thing. That's not a real man. They put makeup on him. But imagine if you seen a man that looked like that in real life. You don't, if you a woman, you don't want to date him. If you a job, you don't want to hire him. Like, you judging him based on how he look. And you never gonna put denied on his application because you look like a caveman. You're not gonna write that because that's a lawsuit. Now, and you're not gonna claim, oh, diversity, equity, inclusion on him either. You ain't finna do that. You will take and hire a transvestite who you think is pretty before you hire somebody that the constructs of the world. And see, this is the thing right here, what make people mad, get people mad in my comments. But listen, when you can't, if you can't respect the perspective and have a dialogue to understand, everybody ain't gonna think like you think. And if you watching my video, that means you came to my page. And that's where my page is for my thoughts, my observations, my opinion. If you don't like that, you don't have to click the subscribe button. But you also don't have to waste your time in the comments. You can go start a page. And you can share your thoughts and views, and then let your thoughts and views go out there. But you're not going to change nothing that I think or that I'm saying in the comment section, because I didn't come to you for your opinion. So that's what you have to realize. So think about this here thing, and this is what people get upset, because I'll be sharing something that literally is just an observation for the world. This ain't how I do my business. This ain't my beliefs. This is just what I have perceived, what I have picked up from the world. And people get mad. Oh, that's not true. And oh, that's wrong that you said that this look is a bad look. And this right here. Like, listen, I didn't say I said that. I say this is the reality of our world. And that's like we talking about this politics stuff. It's like, listen, I don't like Kamala policies. I didn't like Donald Trump policies. I ain't like neither one of them in their entirety. And both of them had good things. Both of them have little bits and pieces right here that could be good for the country. But both of them have some stuff that could be very detrimental for the country. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And so listen to me. I want you to think about this now. And be mindful of your 3 B's. Brains, brand, body. Be mindful of it. What are you working on? Where are you working from? What are you working for? And wherever you're struggling, make one change. Wherever you struggling. Where I see most people struggle is brand and body. Like if you living and existing today, you got brains. Where I see most people struggling is brand and body. And in those 2 areas, we can be completely oblivious, and we could be completely ignorant in those 2 areas. And that's when you just got to focus on one thing. Just one thing. Don't make it rocket science. Just focus on one thing. Do you hear me? One thing. And so it's just like the brand part, whew, I do it in my sleep. I create companies in my sleep. I create marketing strategies in my sleep. I do that in my sleep. If you need help with it, I could build your whole company. The hard part is sometimes people want to do what they want to do and they don't know what they're doing. And then they mess up everything I'm trying to show them how to do, because they want to do what makes sense to them, and they don't realize that that's not your gift. This is not your gift. If it was your gift, you wouldn't need to hire me. If it was your gift, you would already be making what I'm making as an entrepreneur. If it was your gift. So if you're gonna come and you're gonna hire me, listen, I'm gonna show you the blueprint. Take it, get success, then you could pivot. Then you could add this and that. But it's kind of like, in essence, it's like if somebody come and ask me how to make spaghetti, and my spaghetti already making $1 million a year, and I show them how to make spaghetti, they want to add chopped up hot dogs and sweet peas to the spaghetti. And I'm like, just pour a bottle of vinegar in there while you at it. Just that sound good to you? Oh yes, that actually sounds good. So okay, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just to be different and just to, just to make this separate from everybody else, I want to put hot dogs in there. But it's just not gonna be any kind of hot dog. I'm gonna put Nathan's hot dogs in there. And they're not gonna be the whole hot dog. I'm gonna slice them up. And then we're gonna put sweet peas in there, but we're gonna drain them first. We're not gonna put the sweet pea water in there. And that is genius what you said. Add vinegar. We're gonna add apple cider vinegar, a whole bottle to every serving. Oh my goodness, Tony. Oh my God, I can see millions coming. And I'm just like, and so listen to me. You gotta be able to trust when you don't know what you're doing. And when you have not had success, you got to trust somebody who already had success in that area. And that's going to help you complete your 3 B's. The one thing that I have noticed, this is the difference between women and men. Men listen. You might not believe that, but men listen. If a man come to me for coaching and I say, hey, you want to be successful, you need to walk 3 miles at 6 a.m. every morning. He gonna say, oh, for real? Why you say that? And I say, it's because I'm making this up. It's not a real thing. But I say, it's because it's gonna unlock your mind. You're going to have time to focus on yourself. You're going to have clarity. You're going to have invigoration. You're going to have libido. You're going to have testosterone flowing. And your ideas when you sit down to work going to be jumping all off the walls. Okay. All right. I'm going to try that. Just a random made up example. Okay. I'll say that to a woman. Well, the problem I have with that, okay, now, Tony, I'm not trying to be difficult or anything like that. I know that a woman got to be submissive in marriage to a man, and I'm still single at 47 or 51. I'll be 51 next month. I'm 47 right now. But here's my question for you. So, what if I do all of that and nothing happens? Or I sprain my ankle? Or somebody kidnapped me while I'm walking. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. Listen, do you want to have what you always had? Or do you want to have what you say you want? I already got what you say you want. I'm trying to give you the blueprint to get what you say you want. You don't have what you say you want because when you get told how to get what you say you want, you don't want to listen. It is not rocket science. It's actually very simple, but you got to do the work. So you want this right here. To break that down, do this right here every day. So that's gonna lead to that? Yes. 1 + 1 = 2. But if you keep adding 1 every day, you're going to get to 100. You keep adding 1 to a day, you're going to get, every day, you're going to get to 1,000. You keep adding 1 every day, you're going to get to 10,000. Think about this. If you don't have an investment strategy and you got a child and you want to leave something to your child and you ain't got no investment strategy, all you got to do is open a money market account, connected with your bank account that's in your same bank, that allow you to transfer $1 from your checking account to your money market account every day. That's $365 a year right now. And then guess what? In 30 years with compound interest, you transferring to that account, you finna have right there, that's 4,000 in 10 years, 8,000, 12,000 compound interest. You might have 36, 48,000, and all you did was $1 a day. And guess what? That ain't a whole lot, but it's enough for a down payment on a house. So now your child in 30 years got $36,000 from you. They at that point, they want a $500,000 house. $500,000 house in 30 years, 10% down is $50K. So 5% down is $25K. 3% down is $15K. So now $15,000 down, 3% down payment. If they go to the Army or something, they might get the down payment paid for. So just off of that, you see how just like that right there, you was able to be a blessing. Because let's say it's 15. Let's say there's 20% down. That's not, now you looking at that's investment property. That's $100,000. If your child get 36 to 48,000, they almost halfway there on their investment property. Which in Alabama, Mississippi, Iowa, somewhere like that, that might be a 4-unit, a quad. That's a blessing. Just that simple little step that you did, you created generational wealth. And see, a lot of people don't understand that the big vision, the macro has a micro. So if you want to have a community center, I'm looking at this big church right here. That same size building could be a community center. The way you get the community center is you start at the library. You start at the library using their room. You start with 3 kids. Next thing you know, it's going to be 5 kids. Then it's going to be 10 kids. At 15 kids, you need a second volunteer. You're going to have a second volunteer. Now, you can go up to 28 kids because it's 14 to 1 in most places. So now, when you go on up, 45 kids, you got 3 volunteers, you and 2 other people. Now, because you are increasing, the 3 of y'all start looking up grants. Y'all start applying for grants. 5K grant, 10K grant, 15K grant, 25, 50, 100 grand grant. 5 years, 10 years in, there's a grant for what y'all doing for $5 million. I know 2 people that got a $5 million grant. Guess what? Now you go from the library to being able to rent the Winn-Dixie that I just seen going out of business last night, and that's your community center. Because now you got a $5 million a year grant that's good for 3 years. They're going to keep repeating that grant, or other grants going to come up. And now you also able to charge for after school programs, your basketball league, for the boys, for the girls. You got coaches volunteering. You started at the library room. When you in that library, that's one route. The other route is there's multi-millionaires in your city who need tax write-offs. So when you show what you doing in pictures, in videos, in words, and Channel 9 News, Channel 5 News, Channel 7, Channel 11, Channel 13, Channel 2, Channel 18, all the news stations show Channel 8, Channel 6, they show your program. Guess what? Millionaires watch the news every morning. You got at least 1 billionaire in your city that you don't even know about. Guess what? He or she watching the news. It could be a woman who is a billionaire, and she is like Mark Zuckerberg, not Mark Zuckerberg, what's his name? Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, who say she giving away all her money. Or Bill Gates' ex-wife say she gonna give away all them billions. She see your story on the news. Boom. Community center right there. Funded by her. They doing it right now. They giving $10 million, the ex-wives of them billionaires, they giving $10 million grants to nonprofit organizations who visiting their website and filling out that sponsorship form. Just like that. This thing is real. So you got to get on your grind. Brains, brand, body. Stop being comfortable. Stop being complacent and do the work. Stop making excuses. Do one thing a day and succeed at that one thing. When you master that one thing, add a second thing. Master that second thing, add a third thing. Master that third thing, add a fourth thing. And now you're going to see the effects of compound interest. Before you know it, you're going to be rich in mind, body, and spirit. Listen what I just said. You're going to be rich in mind, body, and spirit. And it is going to be impossible to be rich in mind, body, and spirit and not end up becoming rich in your pocket. It's going to be a byproduct. Riches in your pocket is going to be a byproduct of being rich in mind, body, and spirit. Can you get financially rich without being rich in mind, body, and spirit? Absolutely. But will you have peace with the money? No. Will you have longevity with the money? No. So it may take you longer, but you're going to get there because it's a byproduct. So I'm giving you the secrets to success for free. Now I'm going to put it a little deeper in the online courses on November 29th. So make sure you start putting a few dollars to the side because all the courses together is $203. The value, minimum value is $3,500 for those 7 courses. Minimum value. It could be $7,000. Could be $21,000. Because what I'm giving you is going to be a 8-figure, 10-figure blueprint in mind, body, and spirit. So get your life together now and be ready. November 29th, mark your calendars. But hey, God bless you. We're going to talk soon. Time for my haircut, but I ain't seen young buddy come out. But I'm going to pop on in here and see. God bless you. We'll talk soon.